Webster, Liz McDonald, Todd Horwitz, Peter Marisi, Steve Cortez. What a busy screen right there. Ooh. I want to start with Wells Fargo, go round the block. Yes, it's going to be political theater, but I want to know, would you buy the stock at the current price? I'll start with you, Steve Cortez.
Stuart, you know, I would not right here. And the reason I don't like banks is, and you already mentioned it, is the Federal Reserve. I think the Fed is on hold. I think interest rates are going to stay very low. I think the yield curve is going to stay compressed. It's not a great environment for the banks, unfortunately.
Peter Marisi, what do you say about buying Wells Fargo stock with all this political theater happening later?
Well, I think that Wells Fargo is a culturally broken company. It is, at its core, a criminal enterprise. I know that's very strong terms, but what they've done is fraudulent in nature, and the CEO could not possibly not know that this was going on. My feeling is, long-term, Wells Fargo is in a lot of trouble. Its stock might recover at some point in the future. What I really wouldn't want to own is Wells Fargo bonds.
Yeah, okay, understood, understood. How about you, Todd? Now, all of these banking stocks are going up. I guess that's got nothing to do with Wells Fargo. That's got everything to do with the Federal Reserve. Is that right?
That is correct, and I would be a buyer of Wells Fargo. I think that you've seen they've thrown everything at it. We already know what's going to happen. I think they stay in business a lot longer. I think that this is more of a common practice through banks anyways, in some way, shape, or form. I think they're probably a buy down here.
Interesting. Lots of sound and bluster, but no impact on the stock.
Dick Bove had on the show yesterday. Yes. The bank analyst said this was a victimless crime. Ultimately, it's not that big a deal. Well, I beg to differ. I think they stole people's money without their knowledge. If I went into a bank and robbed it, even if it was $25 from everybody's account, I'd be sent to jail.
Yeah, well, we've got a victim on the show.
Money back, it doesn't matter.
We've got a lady who was put through hell on the show.
Yeah, okay.
Put through hell by Wells Fargo a bit later on the show.
They
it's not victimless crime.
Charged him $5 million in fees. By law, he doesn't have to. They don't have to do a clawback.
Okay, now look at this. We're up 94 points already on the 97 points on the Dow Industrials. This is all about the Federal Reserve. I'm sure that they're betting that the Fed is not going to raise interest rates either this month or probably this year. I think that's what the betting is right now. We'll see. Yeah. How about Apple? Show me that, please. UBS says it's going to go to 127. That's not too far away from the 134 all-time high. Steve Cortez, same question. Would you buy Apple at 113?
You know, I'm going to punt on this and say I don't know, frankly. I think Apple, there are some compelling valuation reasons to buy Apple, but on the other hand, there's nothing really compelling product-wise. So I think it's pretty fairly valued right here.
Okay. Anybody else? Would you all buy Apple at 113?
Well, Consumer Reports says the Apple iPhone 7 is not such a great improvement in terms of the camera versus the iPhone 6. Okay. And Google could be, we'll talk about it later in the show, Google's coming out possibly with a new phone October 4th. Ooh, big thing in San Francisco coming up.
And even though UBS raised the price target, they say, what's going on in China with this phone? We have no idea. And they also noted that Verizon said, the demand for the iPhone 7 isn't that unusual from others. So we need a mixed picture.
How about you, Todd? Would you buy Apple at 113?
Actually, I shorted it yesterday at 115, so no, I'd not be a buyer. I'm a buyer at 100.
So he's got a big smile this morning.
I think we need to...
Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
We need to see Apple in a different context. This is now a maturing marketplace, and we shouldn't expect massive breakthroughs each time. The reality is, given the problems that Samsung is having with its batteries, Apple is ahead. Even if its phone only lasts 60 minutes, not 30 minutes underwater, not, say, 60 minutes, and its camera isn't quite the latest best thing, it is a significant improvement over the last phone, and it doesn't have the drama right now that its principal competitor has.
Okay, let me draw everybody's attention to the Dow Industrials, which are now up over 100 points. We're up 101 at 18,220.